This fucking dingbat doesn't seem to grasp that gerrymandering is a bipartisan issue. Democrats have gerrymandered some blue states, like the state I live in, Illinois, and Republicans have gerrymandered some red states, like the state of Texas. But people like this idiot think that this is only a blue problem. It's only a Democratic problem. So this guy says, see, Democrats have gerrymandered all they could. They have several states that have no Republican reps, even though the voters vote red by 30 to 45%. So what's in your reply to that? Hang on. Should we revisit all the states then? Yes, we should, numbnuts. We should. He goes on to say, and when Dems have 6 states with no Republican representatives, then that would tell me that you guys started this. Just so happens, also, Illinois was voted the worst gerrymandered state by 4 or 5 bipartisan organizations. Again, now one represented. Yes, we should revisit every state, blue and red, and get rid of gerrymandering. That's why a few years ago, Democrats put forth a bill at the federal level that would ban gerrymandering in every state, red or blue. And every Democrat voted for it, and every Republican voted against it. Oh, by the way, there are states that are red that don't have any Democratic representatives either. There are red states that have nothing but red representatives and blue states that have nothing but blue representatives. I couldn't help but notice that you didn't point out those red states that have no Democratic representatives whatsoever. Did that not fit the narrative? And I don't know who started gerrymandering first. I truly don't. I'd have to go back in history and dig through the redistricting maps over the years of all of the states, red and blue across the board. Here's what I do know. There are 2 of the biggest states in the country, New York and California, are democratically run states, and they have independent redistricting commissions. They don't just let the party that wins the state house redraw the maps, like happens in Illinois with the Democrats and in Texas with the Republicans. They go through an independent redistricting committee. And yes, we should do that in every state. Democrats should not be allowed to draw the map in Illinois, and Republicans should not be allowed to draw the map in Texas. This is not just a red or blue issue. This is a bipartisan issue. What we're experiencing now, where Texas says, you know what, we're not going to wait 5 more years for the next census to come out. We're going to go ahead and redistrict now, halfway through the decade, because Trump asked us to. Actually, Trump ordered us to. I believe what Trump said was, I won that state by a lot. I'm entitled to 5 more seats, which is not how any of this shit works. But what we're experiencing now, what Texas is attempting to do, that is uniquely Republican. It is uniquely Republican to redistrict halfway through a decade because the president ordered you to do so. It is uniquely Republican to hold open a Supreme Court seat for almost an entire year because you don't want a sitting 2-term Democratic president to fill that vacancy. These things that we're experiencing over the last 15 to 20 years, these are uniquely Republican problems. It is uniquely Republican to send an armed mob to the Capitol building to kill your own vice president, hang the line of succession live on Facebook, and install yourself as a dictator over the will of the people. All of these things are uniquely Republican. Gerrymandering, it's a bipartisan issue. And we on the left have been talking about how it's a bipartisan problem for quite some time. But dumb fucks like you only see it as a Democratic problem. And that's why we are where we are today.